When I was a girl, my father would drive me to school to the far, far end of Jerusalem. We would drive in the mountains. In these long car rides, my father would help me study for exams. For a whole school year, we learned the book of Exodus together, in the twisty Jerusalem roads driving through foggy, thick clouds. I now read the last words of the book of Exodus I once learned with my father. Then the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Whenever the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, the Israelites would set out on each stage of their journey. But if the cloud was not taken up, they did not set out until the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was on the tabernacle by day, and fire was in the cloud by night, before the eyes of all the house of Israel at each stage of their journey. It is only now, when reading these words, that I understand the cloud in the mountains was leading the way for my father and I throughout my foggy childhood, just as it led the Israelites thousands of years before, in the desert, being led by a cloud meant to be led by uncertainty, but also meant to be led by something that was full of possibility. When I was a girl, I would pray every night that my parents would stay together, that my home would have peace within it. And when my parents got divorced, I remember thinking of all those prayers. Where did they go? I now read the words of accountings and find all the objects that construct our lives in that text. A table, a lamp, a sink, a curtain, all there with the Israelites in the desert, the way we slowly build our lives as children until we have a permanent place to put everything we've learned and collected. Our house was falling apart back then, but all these objects were floating with us in the cloud until both my father and I reached the other side of the mountains, years later, and everything settled around us safely, in place, just as it was always meant to be.